So I was looking through some organizational videos, I know, super cool of me, and as I scrolled through, I noticed that a lot of them seem to be promoting the sale of one product or another. So today I wanted to share with you 10 easy ways to organize your home by repurposing items that you likely already have lying around. This way you can organize and create that cozy minimalist aesthetic without the price tag. Because ironically, even when it comes to minimalist decor, it can actually end up costing more if the only thing that you're doing is just going out to buy lots and lots and lots of items just to fit that particular look or that particular color scheme or whatever it might be. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing if you have the budget for it. I definitely do have clear storage containers. I've had them like ever since I was married. I was like, I've got to have me those clear storage bins. But there's also a lot of other things that I've done to save in that department, and I'll just have to keep buying storage and organizational stuff. So this video isn't saying that having those, if you have the means, is a bad thing. It's really meant as an encouragement so that you don't have to wait until you have the money to create that cozy minimalist aesthetic if that's what you're going for. So first up is candle jars. You can reuse beautiful candle jars to hold your makeup brushes, your pencils. And one of the things that I love to do, well actually when I used to buy candle jars, I don't really do that anymore, but I would stick them in the freezer. It hardens the candle wax and that way you can remove it so much easier. And then also if it has wording on the outside, you can usually just soak it in either alcohol or vinegar and then just kind of gently wipe it off. But generally, that's what I've always done to remove labeling off of even like my old lotion containers. Hold up, hold the thought. I'm gonna show you. Hold on, got that sciatic pain, gotta do it slowly. Okay, so to prove my point, I have this Laneige cream, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but this one has the wording on it, this one's a new one, and this one is one that I've just recently replaced. I removed the wording on it. If you have a pretty container, it doesn't just apply to candle jars. Number 2 is one of my favorites, and it's using glass jars that you already have for your pantry. So instead of going out and buying this pack of these mason jars or these pretty storage containers for your pantry, you can use jars from things that you already buy on a repeat basis. So to remove the sticky gunk that's on the paper labels, again, you just use alcohol. And then I love to actually paint the lids all the same color. So that way they kind of look more cohesive, they just match, they look like you actually went out and bought these things. So what I've done, I love lots of pickled items, so I tend to have this particular same jar all the time in my home. So what I did is I just waited until I had enough, cleaned them all up, painted them with a food safe color, and that way it looks pretty, it looks like I actually went and bought these jars, when really, they were just my Mazzetta jars from my pickled pepperoncinis. But I really do recommend using a label maker because that will hopefully help to actually have those items put back where they really belong. Because let's say you use herbs or tea or something like that, and you're like, where does this go? Especially if you live with other people so that they know where to put things back. But I will leave the one that I use in the description box, and really any label maker should work for this purpose. Number 3, you can use your random cute container. So I kind of already showed you with my little Laneige lotions. This could have been something for like my kids to play with. This actually has lotion in it. You can use it to put like little hair clip things, the little tiny hair bands, stuff like that. But you can also use lots of other containers, like your personal care items. So let me show you my almond oil. Probably should have gotten like all my stuff. Gotta make sure that's not like all dirty and slimy to begin with. But this is the almond oil that I use. I basically use this as my like hair oil and like body lotion. But I removed, again, the sticker from it. So this actually looks like I went out and bought this particular item to look good in my bathroom. And it looks a little bit more cohesive. It just looks a little bit more luxurious, I guess, than having like some kind of like a whole bunch of wording and just more visual clutter. So I personally like just to remove labels, and especially if I can get something with like an amber color or earthy kind of tone, that's my personal preference, but it really doesn't matter. You can use your containers that you already have in your home just to store pretty much anything. Number 4 is a super fun one. It's to spray paint your metal cans and tins. So I've done this with some tea containers that I've just spray painted and used to store my kids' crafting supplies. I've also done it with a mint container for storing some paper clips. But really the sky's the limit here, and it's just also super easy to do. It really doesn't take much time. You just grab your tin, spray paint whatever color you want, and you have a pretty storage container. You can also reuse your pretty packaging or old boxes that you have lying around. And you don't necessarily have to make it pretty. Like I have a flashlight box that I use for my pens and pencils. But what you can also do is reuse a box and spray paint over it. Or if you want to go really fancy, it really doesn't require a lot of work though, is you can actually get like adhesive glue and put some fabric over it and make yourself a pretty basket. So you don't actually have to go out and buy these items. But two, even though I said you don't like need to go buy these things, I just want to give you all the tips that I have found like the cheapest baskets and storage stuff at thrift stores for like 50 cents, $1. So just use your creativity, because if you're gonna go out and buy fabric, you might as well just try the thrift store. But if you already have fabric lying around, it may be an option for you. But if you are going thrifting, I recommend you watch my video on thrifting tips, because not all thrift stores are the same and some of them are just outrageously expensive nowadays. So if you're wanting to get into thrifting or just thrifting cheaper, you can check out that one. I will leave it in the description box below. Number 6 is to revive old wooden boxes. So I had this old box that had a company logo on it, and I didn't want the logo, but what I did is I basically sanded it. I removed that label, I restained it, and now it's a beautiful pencil box. You'd never even know. I also have a beautiful storage box that my sister gave me like 15 years ago. I think she thrifted it for like 25 cents or something like that. But it basically had galvanized metal on it. And what I did was I just kind of like sanded it because the wood was kind of rough. I painted the galvanized metal and voila, it looks like a really pretty box that I might have bought at a store. So don't be afraid to paint over things that have metals on them, to stain your woods, and just look at that wood for its potential, not what it actually is now, because wood is something that's beautiful to restore and it's pretty easy. It just takes a little bit of time. But while we're on the topic of wood, let me give you this extra tip, is just use spray painting and use stain to your advantage. So you can paint over wood if that's the look that you're going for, but you can also just paint other things. Like for example, a plant pot. I've had some plant pots that I had for cheap. I had one that was like orange with purples, and that's not my color scheme. I don't really like purple. So if you have some ugly items lying around, check to see if you have some stain or some paint, and you just might have found a diamond in the rough. Number 7 is a bit specific, but you can use file organizers in your pantry. So I've actually used some file organizers that I don't really need anymore because I've decluttered my office so much. Like most of it is digitized, so I don't really need a whole lot of paper stuff, storage stuff. So what I did is I just used it to store my potatoes and my sweet potatoes. It may be a little bit odd, but it does the job. Number 8 is a simple one. It's just to reuse mason jars or pretty jars. I say this one even though it's like so specific, because decluttering, hands down, will go a long way towards reducing stress in your home. And this is just one example. You have less to manage, less to sift through, less to clean, less to store, and it just can really have a huge impact too on the overall aesthetic of your home. So if you're interested in finding more swaps that you can make to have less clutter in your home, just let me know in the comments, and let me know what swaps have you made to have less stuff, less bulk, less clutter, because I can definitely think of a whole lot of things that I have swapped in my home, especially when it comes to reusable items, that now I don't need to buy these big bulky items and have to keep going to the store and have to keep replacing these things. So not only does it save me money, it saves me space, it also saves me time going back and forth to the store. Number 9, I'm going to give away my Mexicanness, and it's to reuse food plastic containers. I feel like it's a common recurring theme among like Mexican memes. But give me a high five if this is you too, and I'm not alone in this one. I sometimes share pastries with people or just little things that I've made in storage containers, basically food containers that I have left over. So for example, I have this like yogurt container that my husband really enjoys, and I just remove the little plastic film over it, and I kind of keep them in my cabinet so that way like if somebody comes over and I want to share some soup with them or just like send something home with them. But you can also just reuse all sorts of pretty containers that you have from your groceries. So just kind of use your creativity with this one, because I feel like with this culture, we're so used to having everything disposable. And I mean, obviously it's harming the environment, but also like we're having to buy items just for those same purposes when you already have them. So just kind of be creative with this one. Number 10 is one that encompasses a whole bunch of categories. It's glass containers. I've reused pretty glass containers for hair treatment oils, vases, food storage, cleaning supplies, and virtually anywhere I can. I definitely try to repurpose my pretty containers because I find that it gives my home a more elevated look that looks like I spent money on these pretty glass containers, when really I'm just reusing the garbage from my empty products. And lastly, as a bonus for sticking to the end, I just want to leave you with this tip, and it's to get creative with the use of things and maybe consider using contact paper or spray paint, or just use an item in a different way than it was intended. For example, this little wooden box that I had for $1 was meant for tea and to store your little tea packets in. And I've found the perfect use for it for my cords. It works perfectly for me in that way. But hands down, I definitely recommend you declutter first before buying organizational stuff. Because when I've decluttered, I realized that I had a lot of things that I was storing that I didn't care about, that I had forgotten about, that I really didn't need, that were just clutter really. And as I decluttered all of those things, I ended up with more baskets, more bins, and I realized, hey, I don't really need to go to the store to buy all these things, to store more things, that I'm just gonna buy more items and then need more things to store those things. It's just like a never-ending cycle. So I definitely recommend declutter first, maybe store those little boxes and containers you end up with for a little while. But then if you don't find a home for them, if you don't find a way to reuse them, then at that point you can let them go. So personally, when I declutter, I do keep my storage stuff for a little while. And then if I still can't find a way to use it, then I let it go. And then if you still have decluttered a whole lot and you still need stuff, then consider shopping secondhand. But that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some ideas. If you enjoyed this video, you will love my 2 videos on removing visual clutter and minimalist tips for creating a cozy home. And the best part about these is that it doesn't require you to spend a whole bunch of cash to get the results. So I hope you enjoy those as much as this one. Until next time, bye!